in today's video I'm gonna be handling artworks in order to find any interesting triggers, so visual or audio. Basically, a French artist named Caroline Delieutraz lended me artworks from 6 different artists, including herself. And the point of this collaboration video, yes, is for me to be able to touch and experiment with the artworks and hopefully find any interesting sounds or visuals for you. So the common points of all of these artworks is that they basically are about our relationship with the digital world overall. And what's interesting is that none of these artworks you can touch during an exhibition, so it's very special for me to be able to handle them and, you know, to have the ability to make this video and experiment with them and find sounds for you. So I'm hoping you'll find this interesting and I hope you will enjoy. Oh, and one more thing. This video is actually supported by the Studio 1316 from le Centre Pompidou, which is a museum in Paris, an art museum. So I would like to thank them very much. And now I think we can start with the very first artwork. I actually have these plates for each artwork. So I'm gonna be basically finding some triggers from them as well as reading you, the name of the artist and the name of the piece, of course, the piece of art. So for the very first artwork, it is by Emilie Brout and Maxime Marion, who are French artists, and it is called The Return of the Broken Screens, and it is from 2015. So it is written Broken Display Technology Video. So I'm going to be showing you the piece in a bit. But I also have a couple more information on what was the story behind the artwork, so that we can know a bit more about what was the intention of the artists with what I'm going to be showing you, okay? So I'm going to be showing you the art now. So this is the artwork. As you can see, it is a broken tablet with lots of cracks on the screen. Don't worry, really soon I'm going to be turning off the light so you can see the video better. But basically what you can see, really soon you will be able to see that there's actually a video underneath, and it is actually following the cracks of the tablet. And I don't know, I find it actually oddly relaxing, because even though it is a broken screen on a tablet, which is often not relaxing, I like that there's a video underneath, enhancing somewhat the breaks of the screen. And you can see that there's a bit of light moving really slowly here and there, and I really like it. So okay, I'm gonna be now showing you in the dark the video and tracing it a little bit, and as I do this I will be able to tell you a bit more about what the artists have to say about their piece, okay? So what I have written down is that Emilie, Brout and Maxime Marion are a duo of artists. They work together. This screen is part of a larger collection of broken screens that the artists have collected. And they actually created the videos you can see underneath, depending on the cracks on the screen. So it is of course very delicate because the screens are already so damaged, so I need to be extra careful there. And I will now leave you with a couple minutes of just tracing the cracks on the tablet. I hope you like it. So that's it with this artwork. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be moving on to the second one now. So for the second one, I have another plate here. So this is by Fabien Mousse, and it is called Real Internet Art, and it is from 2012, and it is a computer in-screen printed foam. This one I was actually really excited about because it is one of the very first artworks I saw. And you will see, but basically it has the same composition of squishy toy, you know, the squishy toys, and I've never really been able to play with any of these, any squishy toys, and this is something fairly popular in ASMR videos, and I thought to myself, oh, I really like squishy toys and I really like the sounds that they produce, so I know this one is going to be nice. So let's move on to the art piece now. So this is the artwork. I'm going to be presenting it to you quickly, and then I will be telling you a bit more about what the artist has written down on it, okay? I'm going to be now reading what I have on this and on the artist, okay? So, Fabien Mousse is an artist, but we are actually not really sure he exists. This artwork is not unique. There are 50 of them, and this is number 46. You can actually buy it in Bitcoin on the artist website. I've been able to read a bit more about the art piece, and what's interesting is that it is basically hijacking an anti-stress toy. And what's funny about this, or at least what's ironic about it in my opinion, is that this piece is actually brought back into an anti-stress experience through this video. But you gotta imagine that during an exhibition, I'm assuming you can't touch it, you know, it is somewhere, and all you can do is look at it and think. I'm lucky enough to be able to actually press it. Real soon I will be showing it to you closer, because it is not that big and it would be nice for you to be able to see it a bit more closely. I don't know if it's relaxing to you to watch someone play with an anti-stress type object. But I'm happy I get to actually discover this type of material, because I've seen them many times in ASMR videos before, but I've never actually been able to play with one in real life, so that's really nice. And I think that's it with this one, so we will be moving on to the next artwork. So the next artwork is by Caroline Delieutraz. but it is in collaboration with Vincent Kimyon, both French artists. So, these ones are called Trolls Just Want to Have Fun, and what these are is prints on fabric, padding and chains. So what these are basically is masks of trolls, internet trolls, and I gotta warn you, some may be a bit scary for some people, so now you know. And yeah, there are a bunch of them, different colors, different shapes. Basically, their design is inspired by pop culture and northern mythology, if I recall correctly. So I will be showing you a couple of them, okay? So I have a few here. So you see they are a bit big, and yeah, what's really interesting about them is that definitely with the padding you can really see some different shapes. If you look at it through the side, I don't know if you can see that, but it makes them look alive, basically. And what's nice too is that actually with light beneath them I can actually see the padding and the different parts of the mask. So this is the first one. Here's the second one. I'm not gonna be showing them all to you maybe, but there are a bunch here. And I really like the different shapes that they have, because I can see a few sewing points here and there, but really with that padding there really are some interesting shapes. This one now. And the last one here. And I like how you can kind of imagine their feature, but not everything is visible, you know. They really all have a different face, yeah. They are not built the same way, I think that's what I mean. I have a favourite, but that's not that one. I think my favourite is that one. Probably because of its eyes. So I'm going to be tracing his face a bit for you, okay? So where should we start? The chin maybe, the chin. We can then move on to the mouth here. Chin, the mouth, the nose. We can move on to the forehead. Also, that jaw has horns here and there. 1 horn, 2 horn, 1, 2, 1, 2. We've got a lack of eyebrows here. Lack of eyebrows, I would say. And some beautiful kind eyes, I'm sure, underneath all of this. And the ears, I think these are ears, right? I think I'm gonna read you what the artist has to say on these, okay? Caroline Delieutraz's mask gave the impression that they were literally taken off a screen, out of a screen, but actually they are made with printed fabric. And yeah, the different shapes that you see are actually padding. And these masks are part of a much bigger series. When they are presented in an exhibition, they are actually hung from the ceiling with chains. And the artist wanted to give faces to the internet trolls. Okay, I actually have a chain I can show you. Maybe we can get some nice sounds out of it. And it is the kind of chain used during the exhibitions to get the mask hanging from the ceiling. Okay. So it is a fairly long and heavy chain. Okay, I think we can move on to the next artworks. So, the next artworks are by Carin Klonowski, and these are called HS, which in French HS means out of order, out of service for any device basically. And it is laser engravings on smartphone and tablet components, variable dimensions. So there are a few actually, so I might show you like a couple to begin with, and then we'll read what I have about the artworks and the artist, okay? So is the very first one that I have. And as you can see here, you have a couple lines engraved in the filter, and I'm assuming this is a filter from the screen of a tablet. And I might have to check how it's looking on the camera in real time to make sure that it looks good, because I don't want to blind you with the light or anything, okay? But yeah, I really like that one. Yeah, because this one actually directs the image, you will see, in a different way. You know, if I put my hand behind, can you see how it's looking? You know, it's like, I think that visually it's looking incredible. See? I think that it can really do some incredible visual triggers. Really dreamy ones, you know, like you can't really tell if it's a dream or not, and it doesn't exactly make sense, but that's okay, because sometimes in dreams the physical laws just do not apply, you know. Also, the sounds are pretty nice, I think. So I'm going to be reading the couple information I have, okay, on all of this. Carin Klonowski engraved fragments of a poem on broken screens and different filters, which are parts of screens. She imagined that the different components of a computer could express themselves in a technical, poetical way. I think I translated that right, because I'm live translating at the moment. So there's this one, which is really different, because actually it is like, you know, a mirror, flexible mirror. And I, especially for this one, have to make sure I will not be blinding you with the light. This one is absolutely beautiful, because when I put it in front of the light appears magenta to me, and it's obviously a filter of some kind. And also the parts which were engraved really are standing out and being really bright now, of course, like white or really pale blue, so it's beautiful. Maybe I can share you a couple of things with it. Maybe my microphone. I'm gonna be checking on the reflector. Yeah. Can you see it? Beautiful recorder here. there's this one too, which seems very fragile to me. It looks again like a mirror, so you might be able to see again. Oh, yeah, kind of. And I can see some nice prism effects on the light with this one. That's the sound when I put my nails on the engraved parts. Lots actually of sticky fingers in this video. I really like that trigger, but it's really easy to do this on quite a few of these pieces. Not sure that sound is relaxing, but it is interesting that it's making it like this. Is it looking good? Oh, right. I love it. With the hand effect, you know, dividing and coming into one as I get closer. Okay, I'm moving on to the very last artwork from Carin Klonowski. Okay, so this one is really different because it looks like a full-on screen, you know, because it's much thicker than the rest. It's not just a filter for sure. And I find it incredible how it's looking, you know, how broken in a way it is. And of course, the face you can see here, it's really one of a kind because it both looks like the reflection of someone, but at the same time it actually makes me think of spirit photography, you know, where you can get pictures of ghosts. It reminds me of that too, so I don't know, I really like that one for sure. So yeah, this was the very last one from this artist, so I'll be moving on to the next artist now. So the next one is by Gwendal Coulon, and it is called Every Day I Lose Followers, and these are watercolors on silk paper, and silk paper is actually a really fine and delicate paper, and you're gonna see that it's really crinkly, and you know we love crinkles in ASMR. So there are actually 3 watercolors, and I'm gonna be focusing on this one. And I really have to be extra gentle so that there are no harsh sounds, you know. I'm going to be reading you the couple notes I have, okay? With this sentence, every day I lose followers, Gwendal Coulon highlights a tragic aspect of social media, which is often hidden. Yet, it is true for everybody and no one is spared. And what's interesting too is that at first the artist told me I could, if I wanted to, gather the watercolor in a bowl, you know, and gently open it, and so that we would discover the sentence written here. But I respectfully declined that proposition because I thought that it would be extremely noisy to open the bowl of this so delicate paper, you know. Just having it in my arms, in my hands, is difficult enough to not make too harsh sounds, so I thought it would be almost impossible to not have too harsh sounds for you. Really super delicate. I think we can move on to the very last artwork. So the very last artwork is by Claire Williams, who is an artist from Brussels, Belgium. And this is called Spectrogrammes, Spectrogrammes en français. And it is a computer-generated knitting. And at first you can wonder, what does a computer-generated knitting looks like? So I will be letting you think about it for a couple minutes, because this is the very last plate, so I'm gonna enjoy it a bit more, okay? And then I will be showing you the artwork. So this is the computer-generated knitting. It is a bit big, so I'm going to be moving it around so you can see it whole, okay? And the other side now. That way. And yeah, not sure the actual other side is the most interesting, but there you go. So I'm going to be reading you a bit more about this, but it is a computer-generated knitting, meaning that it was a knitting machine which knitted it, but even the pattern actually was not man-made. And yeah, we'll tell you more about this right now. So Claire Williams makes real the electrico-magnetical signals of a place by transforming them into textile pieces. In order to do so, she created a computer program which connects an antenna to a knitting machine. So what I've been told is that there's a recording made of an electromagnetic signal, and it is translated into, a series of 0 and 1, and that file is then transferred to the knitting machine, which will then either knit a red or a white, and it will make this pattern. we are done with the experimentation. So that's it with this video. I hope you enjoyed discovering these pieces of art and that some really relaxed you through the either visuals or sounds that you've heard. I really hope so. Also, I've put all of the websites of all of the artists in the description of this video, so if you want to learn more about them or about their art, you can. And finally, I just wanted to thank them again for participating in this video, and of course, special thank you to Caroline for contacting me for this and for making this happen, basically. So I hope you